Right, all right, all right, all right, all right. A very good morning, good afternoon, crypto ambassadors, wherever you are across the world. Let me hope we are okay. My name is Sembacha Chris. I'm one of the leaders that you are working with. So today is a Monday, and Monday is always for signals and presets. It is always for signals and presets. So today we are going to look at how you can save your strategy. We are still on futures. We are still on futures. We are still on futures. We are still on future trading. We are still on future trading. So how can you save a given strategy within your Royal Q application? How can you save a given strategy within your Royal Q application? So that's what we are going to talk about today. And how can you apply? How can you apply a given strategy? How can you apply a given strategy within the coin that you want to trade? Within a coin that you want to trade. So we are going to talk about how you can do that. Yes, how can you save a given strategy? Is 2, 4, 8, 16. All right. So let's share the link. We are still very few in number. Let's share the link. We are still very few in number. Let's share the link. We are still very few in number. By the way, there is something that I've seen that also in futures, you can still be conservative when you are entering the market, and then you become aggressive. You become aggressive when you are entering the market. When the market goes down, you become aggressive when the market goes down. You enter with a small fast buying amount. You enter with a small fast buying amount. When the market goes down, you double. When the market goes down, you double. You double the money that you are putting into the market. That means liquidation price, the liquidation price will be pushed far away from the current price. The liquidation price will be pushed far away from the current price. So you can also use the double up method when you are trading, in futures. So I'm going to show you how you can save that strategy. I'm going to show you how you can save that strategy in your Q application, and how do you apply that strategy to a coin that you want to trade. So straight away, I'll begin and I'll start by sharing my screen. I will start by sharing my screen. start by sharing my screen. This is, let me see, 500, 200, 100. Okay, okay. Okay. Right. So if you can see my screen, if you can see my screen, type a one in the chat. If you can see my screen, type a one in the chat. If you can see my screen, type a one in the chat. Okay, so all right, let's continue. Okay, so we are going to talk about how we can save a strategy within ERLQ application. And I said we can use the double up method. That means we are going to start straight away from Binance. We are going to start straight away from Binance. We shall start straight away from Binance. Now, okay, so let's continue. I know my phone is having issues, but it will be okay. My phone is having issues, but it can be okay. All right. So, like we said, like we said, like we said, when you want to trade futures, we have two different markets. We have the spot market, and then we have the futures market. These two markets are different. The spot market and the futures market are different. That means if you are to trade futures, you need to have some money on your futures account. You need to have some money on your futures account. What is futures? Futures, it is a contract between you and the exchange. It is an agreement between two parties, between you who is going to be trading and then the exchanger that you are using for trading, because there is what we call leverage. Leverage, these are the times your money that you have decided to use for trading has to be multiplied. At times, your money is supposed to be multiplied. Leverage. That means you can get a loan, you can be borrowed by the exchanger to use that money for trading to amplify or to increase on your profit. So, like we said, you come on assets in Binance. You come on assets in Binance when you have already opened up a futures account. When you have already opened up a futures account in your Binance, you are going to see forwards. You will see overview, you will see spot, you will see funding, at the same time you will see futures. You will see futures. Now, when you want to transfer money to your futures account, you will come and click on transfer. You will click on transfer. You will click on futures. You will click on what? On futures. After clicking on futures, then how much are you going to transfer to your futures account? You are only going to transfer 20%. 20% of your total capital that you have on Binance. You will transfer only 20% of your total capital that you have on Binance. Let's say I have $500 as my total capital on Binance. I have $500 as my total capital on Binance. If I want to transfer, I'm going to transfer 20% of $500. I'm going to transfer 20% of what? Of $500 to my futures account. That means it is 20 divided by 100, which is 0.2 times $500. And this is going to give me $100. So if I'm to transfer, I will transfer $100 to my futures account. Then I'll come here and click on transfer. I'm transferring from spot to futures. Here, you're supposed to have USDT, and here put in the amount of money you want to transfer. I'm transferring 100. Then I come here and I click on confirm transfer. Confirm transfer. So when I confirm transfer, it means that I already have $100 on my futures account. I already have $100 on my futures account. Then here, I can decide what to do. I can say I'm going to use 20% of $100 transferred to my futures account as first buying amount. I will use 20% of $100 transferred to my futures account as my first buying amount. That means it is going to be 20 divided by 100 times $100, which is my capital. And this will be 0.2 times $100. And here I'll get $20. I'll get 20 what? I'll get $20. $20 will become my first buying amount. That's when, if I want to do it like that, and I will remain with $80. I'll remain with $80 for margin calls. I'll remain with $80 for margin calls. Another person can say, if I have $100, as my capital on my futures account, I want to be conservative when I'm entering the market. Let me use $5 as my first buying amount. I will use $5 as my first buy in amount. Then after my $5 as first buying amount, the $95 will be covered in margin calls. Will be covered in margin calls. In this way, using this method, that means when trading, you will use the double up method. You will use the double up method. The double up method protects you from being liquidated in the market, because whenever the robot is buying, it doubles the money it puts in the market. Therefore, the liquidation price, your liquidation price, runs far away from the current price. Therefore, chances of being liquidated are going to be low. Why? You started with a smaller price. You started with a small first buying amount. Then the robot keeps on doubling the money it puts in the market. The robot keeps on doubling the money it puts in the market. Are we together? Then the liquidation price runs far away from the current price. If you have understood that, give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat if you have got to that point. Because we are looking at ways how we can escape the liquidation thing through the margin calls. And those ones who have been trading spot, those ones who are trading spot, of course, you know, during the bad market, during the bad market condition, we have been always using the game changer strategy. And it is the game changer strategy that has been saving us from being in floating loss for a longer period of time. And I believe that if we apply the game changer strategy, no, if we apply the double up method if we apply the double up method in trading futures, chances of being liquidated are going to be so low. Why? Because the robot is going to be multiplying the money that is going to be putting in the market. Therefore, our liquidation chances will be so low. Are we together? Are we together? So now, I said, for those ones who are saying repeat a little bit, I said, for example, if you are using $500, that is your total capital on Binance. That is your total money that you have on Binance. Total money that you have on Binance. But remember, I told you that if you are to trade futures, you are supposed to have some money on your futures account. On your futures what? Account. If I have $500 as my total capital on Binance, how much am I going to transfer to my futures account? How much will I transfer to my futures account if I have $500 as my total capital? I'm going to transfer 20%, 20% of $500 to my futures account. That is 20 divided by 100 times $500. So 20 divided by 100 is 0.2 times 500. And this gives me $100. This will give me $100. So it is the $100 that I will transfer to my futures account. It is $100 that I will transfer to my futures account. Therefore, the 400 will remain on my spot account. Then, if I have $100, I'm going to use $5. I will use $5 as my first buy, in amount. I will use $5 as my first buying amount, and then the $95, will be used in margin calls. Will be used to cover the margin calls thing. Now, how are you going to save this? How are you going to save this within your RoyalQ application? And how do you interpret this? How do you interpret this? Come to your RoyalQ. Come to your RoyalQ. right? So come to your royal queue. Click on mine. Click on mine. Then click on my strategy settings. Click on my strategy settings. My strategy settings. Then if you have not saved any strategy, you will find the word here, add it now. Add it now. If you have saved some strategies, you will come and click on that plus sign. So if you click on add it now, or when you come and you click on this plus button, RoyalQ will bring you to this page. RoyalQ will bring you to this page. RoyalQ will bring you to that page. Now, you are using already $100. Trade one coin. You will trade one coin. You will trade one coin. Futures does not work like spot. Futures does not work like spot. The only safety in futures, it is having margin calls. Those people who are trading more coins in futures, you are trading 2 coins, you are trading 4 coins. Without safety, all your money is going to be liquidated at once. It is going to be taken at once. You lose it all at once. Let me tell you, in futures, there is no staying in floating loss for a longer period of time. If the coin goes in opposite direction, if a coin goes in opposite direction, that means liquidation is real. For people who have witnessed it, you know what I am talking about. Who have been liquidated, you know what I am talking about. You cannot stay in a coin for 2 months or for 3 months. It is a deal done. You either win or you either lose. You win or you either lose. That is it. So be very careful. Trade one coin by a time. Even when you see so many signals of future trades, please wait for trade to come out, then trade another one. Come here on this word optional. Click on that word optional. Put in the trading, the future trading, the futures trading strategy. Put in the word, the futures trading strategy. That is $100 capital. $100 capital. $100 capital. Why are you writing this? It is to differentiate. It is to differentiate this strategy from other strategies, to make a difference between this strategy and other strategies. I don't know if someone is getting the point. Maybe you can add another thing to make it look different. The futures trading strategy, $100. Come here. Your first buying amount, I said it should be $5. Don't ask me where you have got $5, because we want to enter the market in a conservative way. But remember, because we are choosing a average of 10 times, this is not going to be 10. It's not going to be 5. The first buying amount. The first buying amount will be 50. It will be 50 because it will be 5 times 10. it will be 5 times 10, which is the average. Then come here. There on the number of margin calls. Number of margin calls. You are going to trade with 5 margin calls. You trade with 5 margin calls. You trade with 5 margin calls. Come here and put for me 1.01. 1.01. Then down here, put for me 0.01. So those people who are already having $100 as your capital, $100 as your capital on your futures account, I believe you are seeing the strategy. For those who are wise enough, now I think you are seeing the strategy. Those trading with $100 as their capital on the futures account. Come here and also put for me 0.01. Then here also 0.01. 0.01. Again, come here and you change the coin from cycle to one shot. Change the coin from cycle to one shot. Come on margin configuration. Come on margin configuration. Put a 2 here, put a 4, then put a 8. No. This is, yeah. Put a 8. Put a 8 here. Then put a 4. Put a 4 here and put a 1. This is a 4. And this is a 1. Why? This side is called multiple buy-in ratio. Multiple buy-in ratio. Multiple means multiplication. It means multiplication. The robot multiplies the number you have put here. It multiplies the number you have put here times your first buy-in amount. Times your first buy-in amount. So if our first buy-in amount is 5, it is $5. And then here on multiple buy-in ratio, we have a 2. We have a 2 here, we have a 4 here, we have a 8 here, we have a 4 here, and we have a 1. We have a 1 there. It means that when the market drops by 3.5, the robot is going to buy 2 times. It will buy 2 times, which is 2 times 5, and this is 10. The robot adds in another $10. But this is not going to be 10. Remember, it is affected by average. It is affected by average. Therefore, the robot will put in $100. It will put in $100. Now, again here, when the market drops by 4%, the robot will buy 4 times, which is 4 times 10, which is 4 times 5. It is 4 times 5. And here we get 20. We get 20. But it will not be 20. It won't be 20 that the robot will put in the market. It is going to be $200. It will be $200 because it is affected by average. Here we have 8. It will be 8 times 5. 8 times 5 to be 8 times 5. And here we get 40. It will not be 40 because it will be affected by average. It is now going to be $400 that the robot will put in the market plus average. Then here we have 4, which is 4 times 5, and this is 20 also. And here we have 1 times 5 to fit in the money that you have, to fit in the money that you have, and this will remain 50. So if you add this 10 plus 20 plus 40 plus 20 again plus 5, you are getting $95. Should be giving you 95. Are we together? If you have understood what I'm calculating, give me a 3 in the chat. 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 And if you have not understood, no problem. I'm going to show you how you can apply this strategy in a signal that you want to trade as quick as possible. You don't need even to spend 5 minutes setting the signal when you have already saved your strategy. So I'm going to ask each and everyone to go and save your strategy within your RoyoQ application. Now, I will show you that trading a futures signal, you don't even need to take 5 minutes. It is just seconds for you to enter. Then come here. Come here. In futures, it is different. When you use big drop percentages, it is going to be very impossible for the robot to buy these margin calls because you have used the big drop percentages. You are going to be liquidated. You will be liquidated even when the robot has not bought any margin call, because you have used the big drop percentages here. And the only safety in trading futures, it is margin calls. It is having margin calls. Because whenever the robot buys the margin calls, it pushes the liquidation price far away from your current price. Therefore, if the robot does not buy the margin calls, your current price is moving close to the liquidation price, and the chances of being liquidated are going to be so high. Therefore, when setting this, avoid putting big drop percentages. Let's go to the signal. Let's go to the signal. Let's go to the signal. Let's go. All right. So, as I was talking, I told you don't put drop percentages here. Don't put big drop percentages there. When we go in the signal here that is being given to us, when we go in the signal here that is being given to us, let me check out. For example, this, they are telling you that drop is 5%. Drop is what? Drop is 5%. And how can you get the drop percentages? How can you get where can you get the drop percentages to be put here? How do you put them? Remember, we have the number of margin calls are 5. We have five margin calls. So the formula is drop, the formula is drop divided by number of margin calls. Divided by number of margin calls. So if our margin calls are 5 and we are having a drop, of what? A drop of 5. So that means it is 5 divided by 5 and is a way of getting the drop percentages. So come here and save. Can put 1%, 1%. That is 5 divided by 5. 5 divided by 5. Are we together? That is 1%. So for those ones who know mathematics, if you know how to calculate, if you know how to calculate the percentages, you can put here a 0.8, then you can put here a 0.9, you put here 1%, then 1.1 and 1.2. So here you end up also getting what? Getting 5% drop. Can take a screenshot or you can write down. You can use 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, which is okay. At the same time, you can use this. You can use 0.8, 0.9, 1%, 1.1, and then 1.2. All of them leads you to 5% drop. Then click on confirm. Click on confirm. After that, you come and you click on save. You come. What is this? Database execution error. Wow. 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 Do I have to go back? Do I have to go back? Wow, 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 wow. Let me see. Let me go back. I save it again. And I see. This is 5. This is 5. This is 1.01. 0.01. 0.01. 0.01. This is one shot. And this is 4. 4, 1. This is 1. This is 1%. If it repeats the same thing, that means there is a problem with my software. Okay. Uh, oh, $100 capital. Okay. So I had to come back. So the strategy is already here. It is saved. It is now here and it is saved. There was a problem with the network. So I had to come back and do what? And save the strategy. So that is it. This is 1.01. The take a profit. Take a profit is 1.01. First buying amount is 5. This is 0.01, 0.01 again, and 0.01, then one shot. You trade in one shot. Like I said, here you can use 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, or you can use 0.8 here, 0.9, 1%, and then 1.1 or 1.2. It is also okay when you use that. Then there you click on save. The strategy is already saved. Now it is within your RoyalQ application. So whenever you are given a signal, whenever you are given a signal, SNX, okay. Whenever you are given a signal, for example, this signal here, it is a futures trading what? Signal. And in the signal, they have told you long the market. Longing the market, it means that you want to make profit when the market of this coin goes up. For example, this is what they mean by longing the market. You buy at a lower price, let's say you buy at $3. You buy at $3. For you to make profit, this coin, the local coin, has to go up by 4, 5, or 6. But when it moves down to 2 and 1, then it meets the liquidation price, and it meets the liquidation price. Your money that you have put in this coin, it will be liquidated. It will be liquidated. It will be liquidated. Therefore, we keep on trading with margin calls. We trade with margin calls, in that even when it goes down, it goes down, the robot keeps on buying and extending the liquidation price far away from the current price. Now, this is what you should learn. You should be very careful about this. Some people, you don't understand this. You are just cramming. Not every signal that is going to be for shorting the market. Not every signal that is going to be for shorting the market. Be very careful. Not every signal that is going to be for shorting the market. There are signals that are going to be long. They are telling you long the market, and others are going to be telling you short the market. So before you set the signal, first look at its direction. What is the direction of the market that they have given to you? They have given me long. Because if they give you long and you trade in short, my friend, your money is going to be liquidated. That means you are trading in opposite direction. Then we have to take a profit. This one we have already saved it. Then we have average. Average, they are telling you that this average, it is in between 3 times up to 10 times. Up to 10 times. These are the number of times your money is going to be multiplied. The money that you are putting in the market, it is going to be multiplied. Or the money, the times your first buying amount is going to be multiplied. Your money that you are putting in the market is going to be multiplied. This we have already saved it, and this we have already saved it. This we don't need it, and this we don't need it. So if you have saved your strategy, you don't need this, you don't need this. You get it? And you don't need this. This one is also not important. This one is not important. Consider this. Don't trade within 3 minutes. Don't trade after 3 minutes. That means this signal was sent at 10 minutes past 9. The signal was sent 10 minutes past 9. If you look at the time right now, it is 54 minutes past 10. It means the signal has already taken some minutes in the group. Already 30 minutes have already passed even. You don't need to enter this coin. You leave it. You don't enter it. Mhm. Then they have given us locker. Locker, it is the coin we are supposed to set. Come here in your royal queue. Make sure you are under futures. Make sure you are under futures. So when you come under futures, click on the search bar. Click on the search bar. Then come and you click on all. Click on all and you click on search. Click on all, then click on search. You look for the coin called locker. That is the coin. Royal Q will bring it to you. Click anywhere on that coin. Click anywhere on that coin. Then click on I understand. Click on I understand. Come and you click on create. Come and you click on create. Then you click on I understand. So here we are having long and we have short. We are having long and we have short. So if this white color, this one here, is in the word short, is in the word what? Is in the word short. That means this coin is in long. It is in long. If this white color here that you see, I'm using a night mode. There are some of you who are using a day mode in your queue. This one will be blue. It will be blue. This color will be blue. For me, I'm using a night mode. That's why you are seeing my phone is like that. So for you who are using day mode, you will see a blue color. If that blue color is in short, that means your signal is already in long. It is already in long. If this white color comes to long, that means your coin is in short. It means your coin is in what? Is in short. So if I want to turn my coin in long, I'm going to click on long and this white color comes to short. If the white color comes to short, then I am in long. If I want to bring my coin in short, I will click on the word short and this white color comes to long. If it comes to long, it means my coin is in short. If you have got the point, give me a 5 in the chat. Because we are having problems. We are having problems on how people are going to change from long to short. I've got so many people who come into my inbox. They are asking me how they can change coins from long to short. Okay, so that is done. Now, You're supposed to trade in long. If we are trading in long, that means the white color has to be in short. If it is in short, that means our coin is in long. Then come under trade settings. Come under trade settings. So you will even see the side. They show you the side. They show you the side. The side is long. I'm already in long. Then come and you click on manually create. Click on manually create. So you are seeing the side here. You are seeing the side there. Then switch off the AI margin call. Switch off the AI margin call. After switching the AI margin call off, then come and you click on choose a strategy setting. Choose a strategy setting. Choose a strategy setting. You click on choose a strategy setting. When you click on choose a strategy setting, Royal Q will bring you to this page where you saved your strategy. Then here, you click on the strategy. You click on the strategy anywhere that you feel. So that means those settings, the margin call thing, these settings will enter into the coin. They will enter into the coin. Those ones that you saved already, they will enter the coin. Come here and you choose the average. You choose the average. Average of 10. Choose the average of 10. We are using the Bangwa. That is 10x. You get it? The Bangwa strategy. Come here and you change the average to 10. So our first buy-in amount is what? Is $5. Is $5. When we choose a average, of 10, it means that our first buy-in amount of 5, it is going to be multiplied by 10, which is 5 times 10. What is 5? 5 is your first buy-in amount, and then 10 is the average that you have chosen. That means here, the first buy-in amount here we are supposed to have $50. We are supposed to have $50 here. Yeah, we are supposed to have $50. And where does the $50 come from? It is your first buy-in amount of $5 and the average of 10. But listen to me very careful. But the $50 are given in terms of coins of local. The $50 are given in terms of coins of local. And therefore, we are supposed to change the number of coins here of local. The number of coins should be equivalent to $50. Should be equal to $50. Should be equal to $50 here. How? How do we get the number of coins here that are equal to $50? How do we get the number of coins here that are equal to $50? This is the calculation. Here they are telling us that $5, $5 are equal to $95 of local, are equal to 95 coins of local. What about $1? How many coins can $1 buy? How many coins can $1 buy? We are going to get 95 divided by 5. 95 divided by what? 95 divided by 5. So if we divide 95 divided by 5, we get 19. That means $1 can buy 19 coins. $1 can buy 19 coins. What about $50 that we have? What about $50? How many coins can $50 buy? If $1 can buy $19, what if $1 can buy 19 coins of local? What about $50? How many coins can it buy? We are going to get 50 times 19. 50 times 19. That is 50 times 19. And we get 50 times 19, we get 950 coins of local. That means here we shall put 950. So 950 coins of local are equal to $50. So it is the $50 here because you are seeing first buying amount. The $50 will go in the market. The $50 will go in the market, but on the $50, you will have $5 as your first buying amount. That means the $45 will be given to you by Binance in the form of a loan to use them for trading. On the $50 that have gone in the market, I will only have $5 as my first buying amount. Why $50? Why $50 here? Because it is 5 as my first buying amount times 10 times, which is average. And this is 5 times 10, you get 50. 50 times 5, which is my first buying, 10 times 5, which is my first buying amount, I get $50. So that means when the robot is buying for the first time, it will put $50 in the market because my first buying amount of $5 is multiplied 5 times. It is multiplied 5 what? 5 times. The same thing here that will happen to margin calls. The same thing here that will happen to margin calls. You are telling the robot that when the market drops by 1 time, I want you to buy 2 times, which is 2 times 5. 2 times 5, what is this 5? 5 is the first buying amount. 2 times 5 equals to 10. 10 times 10. 10 times what? 10. What is this 10? 10 is the average. 10 is the average. That means here the robot will put in $100. But on your $100, you will have $10 as your first buying amount. The same thing will happen here. If the market drops by 1%, the robot will buy it will buy 4 times, which is 4 times 5. And this gives you 20. This gives you 20. It is going to be 20 times 10. It will be 20 times 10, and here the robot will put in $200. $200. But on $200, you will only have $20 as your first buying amount. As your first buy in amount. Then here we have 8. This is going to be 8 times 5, and you get 40. You get 40, which is 40 times 10, and here it will put in $400. This system of doubling the money whenever the robot is buying margin calls, it is going to help you push further the liquidation price. Therefore, chances of being liquidated are not going to be, they are going to be so low because the robot keeps on doubling the money whenever it is going in the market. If you have understood that, give me a 6 in the chat. Give me a 6 in the chat. Give me a 6 in the chat if you have got to the point. You see? Become conservative when you are entering the market, then be aggressive whenever the market is going down. And whenever you become aggressive, that means the robot is pushing far away your liquidation price from the current price. So chances of being liquidated are going to be so low. Then after that, come and you click on save. So, and then I want you to learn one thing here. I don't know. I haven't yet tried the two modes. I haven't yet tried the two modes. But according to what we have been doing in sport trading, comparing that knowledge and bringing it to futures, to me, I will suggest if you are trading futures, to me, that is me, leader Chris. Another leader can come and tell you another thing. But remember, we are just learning. We are learning. Me, I will tell you, trade under warehouse mode. Trade under warehouse mode. Trade under warehouse mode. I will tell you that. Why? Because we have been trading in spot. When you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 margin calls, the first 4 margin calls are sold all together. They are sold all together. And these ones are sold independent. They are sold independent. But when the robot buys them all, the average price comes closer to the current price to help you come out from floating loss. But when it sells again, when it sells these margin calls, when it sells them, the average price runs far away from the current price. The average price, now that the robot has sold them, the average price comes far away from the current what? From the current price. The same thing will happen to you when it comes to futures. When the robot sells them, the liquidation price will now come close. The liquidation price will now come close to the current price. The liquidation price will come close to the current price. Now, if you are trading and you trade in warehouse, it means that when the robot buys all of them, these margin calls, they are going to be sold all together. Therefore, your liquidation price will remain far away from the current price. It will remain far away from the current price. It will not change. To me, that is my reasoning, according to what I've experienced in sport. But also another leader can come out with another discovery because we are just learning. But for me, I will tell someone to trade in warehouse. Even when you have 10 margin calls, even when you have 20 margin calls, warehouse. So you come and you click on the word save, you click confirm, then you come and you click on activate. It is done. You come and you click on the word activate, you activate the trade. So what changes when you have saved your strategy? When you have saved your strategy, what changes? Come here, change this leverage, put it to 10 times. Calculate the number of coins here. Calculate the number of coins there. Calculate the number of coins, put the number of coins here. Choose a strategy that you are going to use for trading. Choose a strategy there that you are going to use for trading. If you choose it, then these settings will come in. Your settings will come in. You just need to change this average, change the number of coins, and then choose a strategy. Those are the 3 things that will change. Or you can even come and you switch off the AI margin call. Switch off the AI margin call. After that, you come and you click on save, you confirm. You activate the trade. It is done. Nothing else. Nothing else. Either you are longing the strategy, either you are shorting the market, either you are shorting the strategy, the thing remains the same. Either you are longing the strategy or you are shorting the market, the strategy remains the same. The strategy remains the same. So can I use isolated or close? You can use isolated and trade one coin. No, nope. Mhm. So if it is 1%, take a profit. If it is 1%, take a profit. If it is 1%, take a profit. This 1%, it is amplified by average. It is amplified by average. Then you end up getting 10%. You end up getting 10%. What about the strategy mode? Someone is telling me what about the strategy mode. I've been explaining sub-bin mode. I explained it and told someone to trade in warehouse. Then someone is telling me what about the strategy mode. Mm. No, 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 no. It doesn't matter. How many margin calls do you have? It doesn't matter. Me, I told you I am trading using warehouse mode. Whether I have 10 margin calls, whether I have 8 margin calls, I am trading using a warehouse mode. Why? I've given you the reason. I've given you the reason. So trade in one shot. One shot. Trade in one shot. Use the same thing. Emmanuel, what is the problem? When I was teaching here, I told you already that for those ones who are using $100 as your capital on your futures account, you can use the same strategy. You can use the same strategy. What if I want to use 10, sir? Please, this is not what if. What I come here and I teach, I have experienced it. That means if you use 10 as your first buying amount, how many margin calls are you going to be trading with? So you can use 10, it is okay. You remain with $90 for margin calls. You remain with $90 for margin calls, and you develop a strategy that is equivalent to $90 under the multiple buying ratio. Someone is saying, sure, you are going to go back. You are going to go back in the training and you see them. You visit the YouTube channel. Please, can you also teach on how to trade in other exchanges? That will come. For HTX, I don't think you have started. There is no average. I think your average is 1. It is 1. If it is 1, that means there is no average for HTX. This only happens in Binance. I saw there is also future trading in Kraken, but still we are learning about it, and since we are still learning also, so we want to know. Uh, the training is live on the YouTube channel. You can go and visit it. The crypto ambassadors. Can that strategy work on average 20? Why do you use average 20? That means, by the way, excitement is going to make you lose a lot of money. The more the average, the more the risk. Why do you use the average of 20? Use 10. You are now coming out of the strategy. The strategy is 10x. 10x. That is the Bangwa 10x. Then you want to use 20. Okay. It is your money. Where does the $20 come from? Yet I started with the 50. See, you see now this is the problem. Where does the $200 come from? Yet I started with the 50. Do you even know how the $50 came? Do you even know how the $50 came? Because if you ask me this, it means you have not understood this. If you ask me where the $200 came from, eh? That means you did not even get where the $50 came from. It means you have not got where the $50 came from, and you have not understood anything. That is the fact. You have not understood anything. You will go back and revisit the YouTube channel. You will go back and revisit what? What is the minimum first buy-in amount when it comes to futures? So, whoa. If you're having $100, your first buy-in amount is 5. It is 5. That's when if you are going to use the double up. Can someone trade on futures with $20 capital? Yes. Yes. Can trade. Can trade that. Can trade. Can trade. That means you are going to trade with the 2 margin calls. You will trade with the 2 margin calls. Your first buy-in amount is going to be $5, and then if your first buy-in amount is $5, that means you will have a 2 in multiple buy-in ratio, and then you will have a 1 in multiple buy-in ratio, which is 2 times 5, then it gives you 10, and then 1 times 5, then it gives you $5. This is $15 plus your first buy-in amount of $5, it becomes 20. It becomes $20, which is your capital. And if the robot is buying, because you have an average of 10 times, if the robot is buying, it is going to put in $50 at first, and then it will put in $100 second. Because you have an average of 10. No, please. With $20, he can use 2 and average of 5 or 10. Okay, so most of you have not understood what I've taught, and the training was broadcasted live on our YouTube channel. Go back, and I believe those ones who have not understood, these ones are new people. They are new people. They are new people to attend the training. But if you have been attending regularly, you are coping up with what we are teaching now. You are coping up slowly by slowly. You can calculate, because people don't know the average. They don't know the average. They don't know the average. They don't know even the first buy-in amount, that their first buy-in amount is affected by average. If someone asked me a question, if I have a first buy-in amount of $5 and I have a average of 10, how much money will the robot put in the market? How much money will the robot put in the market? Let me see those ones who have understood. If I have a first buy-in amount of $5 and I have a average of 10, and I said that the average, these are the times my first buy-in amount is going to be multiplied. These are the times my first buy-in amount is going to be multiplied. If I have an average of 5, if I have a first buy-in amount of 5, and my average is 10, and my average is what? Is 10. It is going to be 10 times 5, which is 10, which is 50. Therefore, it is the $50 that will go in the market. But on the $50, I will only have $5 as first buy-in amount. Because at first, my first buy-in amount was 5, and then it became multiplied by 10, which is average. So the $50 will go in the market, but on the 50, I will only have $5, which is mine. Which is mine. Someone asked me where do I get, where do I get the $200 from? Hmm? Under here, under multiple buying ratio. Hmm? If my first buying amount was 5 and I said this is multiple buying ratio, multiple means multiplication. The robot multiplies the number you have put here. It multiplies the number you have put here times your first buying amount of $5 times your first buying amount of what? Of $5. So if my first buying amount is 5, if my first buying amount is 5 and I have a 2 here, what will be the money the robot will put in as my new first buying amount? What will be the money the robot will put in as my new first buying amount? What is the money the robot will put in as my new first buying amount? Remember, I told you the robot multiplies the number you have put here times your first buying amount of what? Of $5. If there is a 2 here, if I have a 2 here, if I have a 2 here, and my first buying amount, my initial first buying amount was 5, what will be my second first buying amount here? The robot will use. Very simple things to understand, but people want to complicate. But they want to complicate each and everything for themselves, and they make life very difficult. They make life very difficult for them. This is going to be 2 times 10. It is going to be 2 times 5, which 5 is the first buying amount. And this is going to be $10. The robot will put in another $10 as my first buying amount. But remember, this 10 is affected by leverage of 10 times, which is going to be 10 times 10. And the robot will put in $100 here. It will put in $100. But on $100, you will only have $10. You will only have $10. Then here we have a 4, which is 4 times 5. We get 20. The robot will put in another $20, but this $20 will be affected by leverage. It will be affected by leverage of 10x, which is 20 times 10, and here you get $200. The robot will put in $200 here. On 200, you will only have $20. I know, as a human being, people only understand in just 47 minutes, if not 45. So if you go beyond that, you are confusing them. If you go beyond that, you are confusing now people. Now, Ismail has understood it. This is 5 times 2, which is 10. Then 10 times 10, you get 100. You get 100. So you are conservative when you are entering the market. Then the robot keeps on doubling the money, keeps on doubling the money. That is going to help you to push your liquidation price far away from the current price. So chances of being liquidated are going to be so low. All right. So allow me to stop here. Allow me to stop here for today. For those ones who have not got the training, you can go to our YouTube channel. That is the Crypto Ambassadors. Everything is there. We have people who are asking I'm just starting. Do I need to edit the API? Ask for the videos. I have made so many videos to help you in futures. In futures, how do you do the API binding? Videos are there. How do you change a coin from close to isolated? Videos are there. What did I meant to do? Hmm? How do you transfer money from spot to futures account? The video is there. Now, all right. Have a very wonderful day. We love you all, and thank you for representing the crypto ambassadors wherever you are across the world. Wherever you are across the world. So we are very grateful. You made a very wonderful decision to be part of Royal Q and choosing the crypto ambassadors as your support team, as your support team. So I guarantee you that using Royal Q as a vehicle to success, we shall all be successful. We shall all be successful using Royal Q as a vehicle to success. Cheers to all who started. V6 is our destination. V6 is our destination. Don't give up, stay excited, and never quit. Don't quit, don't give up, stay excited. Otherwise,